Hello and welcome to my new YouTube channel, and welcome to my £500 MX5. I just wanted to start by saying I've created this YouTube channel because it's always something I've wanted to do. I've just been unsure because I didn't want people to think it was stupid or anything like that, and now I've just decided I don't really care. So I've created it, and I've also done it because I want to show people that it doesn't matter what your situation is, you can still enjoy your life and still do things. So for anyone that doesn't know, last year I was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer, and I just want to make sure that everyone knows that they can still enjoy their life. I mean, I'm not in the best situation, but I still enjoy every day, still wake up grateful for every day. And yeah, this is something I've always wanted to do, so I've decided why not do it. No one's stopping me, there's no reason not to. So yeah, I've gone ahead and bought myself a shitty Mazda. So this is the beauty that I purchased for 500 Great British pounds. It's a 2002 1.8 UK model. So I think it's got something like 120 horsepower. I'm sure it doesn't have that now, but yeah, so I paid £500 for it. It's currently got an MOT. I'm not quite sure how blind the MOT man was because it's quite crusty. And yeah, there's a few problems, but I mainly bought it for the roof. So I've got a nicer Mazda at home, thanks to Auto Alex. But I've been looking for a roof for it since I got it, and they're just too expensive. So I paid £500 for this car. So the roof's probably at the moment worth 200 quid, I'd say, and once they're all done up, they're worth about 500 quid. So I'm going to attempt to do that with no prior knowledge. About an hour before I went to go and get the car, the guy said, "Oh, I've reversed into something, smashed the light." I thought, brilliant, maybe I'll get the car a bit cheaper. So yeah, it was originally 750, and then I got it down a bit. As you can see, it's not a great example. I'm not too sure mechanically. I drove it all the way home fine from Chichester, which is about an hour to my house. So as far as I'm aware, or as far as I can tell, it drives all right. There's a huge noise coming from the front right, which I believe is a wheel bearing, which I'm going to go and try and figure out. The brakes are all in terrible condition. They've all got big lips on the discs. You can see here about 5% of the brake disc is actually being used, which in turn means that I assume the brake pad is absolutely knackered just from there being such a big lip. Rust wise, it's pretty bad. It's not really too bad on the arches, but on the sills it's definitely getting there. What I didn't know before I'd gone to pick the car up, it's got some really nice Mark 1 door cards, and the speakers are really good. So I'm going to actually take these from this car and put them on my nice Mazda. It's also got a quick release NRG steering wheel boss, which I will nab. I will be throwing that steering wheel in the bin because it's awful. Don't think I've ever seen a more ugly steering wheel, if I'm honest with you. And then we've got a nice aluminium gear knob, which I will be taking, and that's about all that's good with it, really. Everything else is pretty tatty. I mean, it runs and drives, it starts, so I can't really ask for much more for 500 quid. I'll get a quick video of the engine bay. That's the only part I should have checked when I went, and I didn't check. So yeah, I wouldn't advise doing that when you're buying a car. I was just quite excited to get it home, to be honest with you. But yeah, when I got home, I was pleasantly surprised, as you'll see in a minute. Right, pop the bonnet open, see what you make of it. feast your eyes on that. Beautiful. So this was the thing that I was most surprised with. Given the rest of the car and sort of the condition of the rest of the car, I was not looking forward to seeing inside the engine bay, but actually it is probably the cleanest part of the whole car. There's a awful leak of something. I assume it's just oil, but the way it's spread out, it sort of looks like it's something else. But to be honest, I'm not too worried about it. Round the rocker cover, there's no oil, and so the actual engine itself looks in fairly good nick. Yeah, there's not too much to report other than it's got a cheapo induction kit, so it's probably like a 10 quid eBay job. Someone's gone through the effort of painting the valve cover, so I'm not too sure if they were planning to do other things. But other than that, it all looks fairly good nick in there. I'll give the car a start and you can see what you think. So it seems to run quite nicely. It seems to go all right, to be honest. I think it was last serviced about 40,000 miles ago, and there is not, well, as far as the service history says, so it's not too bad, to be honest. I'd honestly thought it wouldn't have any paperwork, but yeah, no, it says it's been done about 40,000 miles ago, so I'll probably get that done, or try and do it myself, really. I'm not too sure how well you're going to be able to see in here because the lighting's not great. But I plan on jacking the car up on its rusty sill and then giving the wheel a wobble to hopefully tell me whether my first thoughts were accurate or right. Right, so the wheel's up in the air now. I'm going to give it a wobble and hope there's a lot of wobble in it, because otherwise I have not a sodden clue what's wrong with the car. So yeah, let's hope there is some. Ooh. Well, that's not looking good. Stumped. Yeah, I was sure that's what it was. Just because the faster I went, the louder it got. So yeah, I was pretty certain it was going to be that. So now I have no idea where to look. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do this with one hand, but I've just turned the camera off from me giving the wheel a wobble, and I thought, oh, what about turning it? And I don't know if that could be the problem. I don't know if the brakes are getting hot because they're binding whilst I'm driving, and maybe they're warped. I don't know. That could, because I don't know, but I'm pretty certain it shouldn't take all my weight to be able to move the wheel. So I've just been cleaning up the car, getting all the excess plastic out the brake light, so I was going to plan on changing it. I don't have one yet, but I'll probably start taking it out, see what I could do. And I've gone to look into the boot to see how you do it, because I assume you do it somewhere in the boot. And I've come across some, what I think are coilover like spanners. So the guy that bought the car from didn't really say anything. He just said he's got a Malian back box delete or back box. And that's it. So everything else that I've seen is just from me finding out, really. So I wonder if it's got coilovers on it. I'm assuming it has, because it does look a bit lower than standard, maybe. So yeah. So I've just dug a bit further into taking the light out, and I'm not sure how well you can see that, but that is all full of water. So I will get a cloth and clean that up. Obviously that's not meant to be full of water. I have no idea how it got there. I assume there's some drains for the roof, or maybe. So yeah, that's not great. Right, I'm going to end the video there, because quite frankly I'm hungry and it's lunchtime. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you even watched it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a like and maybe subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you want to see a follow-up video on the old girl. See what I can do with her. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.